Hello, and welcome to Wrestling Ernest Hemingway, a film by Randa Haines, which I've never heard of, but I've heard of Steve Conrad, which is a fantastic writer. He has written a lot of good stuff, including The Weatherman, The Pursuit of Happiness, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Unfinished Business, Wonder. Yeah, these are the ones I've seen. And yeah, a lot of good stuff. And this is his first work, actually, which got himself into film business. And yeah, it seems like that this film is very unknown, not well known. And yeah, I wonder why. Bad marketing, maybe? I don't know, because it has Robert Duvall in it, Richard Harris, Shirley MacLaine. Yeah, very good actors and actresses. Yeah, and what I know about this film is that Robert Duvall and Richard Harris are two elderly men who learn to know each other and form a friendship. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I think that they live in a retirement home or something. Yeah, and it's drama romance, and Shirley MacLaine is in it, so I don't know. She's a love interest to one of them, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. And it has no comedy tag, at least. Not tagged as comedy on IMDb. But I can imagine that it's very funny. I can imagine that the comedy is coming from the characters. But yeah, interesting that it's not labeled as comedy. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, I think. I have nothing more to say, I think. So yeah, Wrestling Ernest Hemingway. Let's rock! Wrestling Ernest Hemingway. Ah yeah, and Sandra Bullock is in it. Right. And Shirley MacLaine. This would be the second film I've watched on this channel, Shirley MacLaine. Being There was the first.
What is it?
How should I know? It's in the office.
It's from my son.
So she's a neighbor, seems like. Interesting. He's riding a bike with 2 seats, but he's riding alone. Huh.
I got into a wrestling match with him once, you know.
You wrestled my manager?
No, Ernest Hemingway. That explains the title.
Your son called. He won't be picking you up tomorrow. Something about his job.
I guess he's busy. His wife and he's got a damn important job. You know, they keep him working through the holidays. I mean, you understand.
I understand.
It was my birthday tomorrow.
That's a nice cap you got there, friend.
Thank you, sir.
Of course, you're putting the back of your neck in danger with a cap like that.
In danger.
That's what protects the back of your neck from the sun.
He's so proud of that cap. Because it's from his son, I guess.
You have a nice cap, sir, but I am busy with my work.
Well, now this film is very sad. He's such a lonely character so far.
You were sitting here yesterday. And you were eating one of those.
And eating one of those. Exactly like the day before.
You were eating one yesterday, right?
Yes,
And I see you're eating one again today, right?
yes,
And you're telling me you don't eat one every day?
yes.
Why don't you buy yourself a fresh sandwich?
I don't want a new sandwich.
Also interesting, because it seems to be that he wants to be alone, and he doesn't. He didn't even say happy birthday.
This is the site where I get my sandwiches.
It's a bacon sandwich. You can get them anywhere.
No, it's a special order. Only Elaine can get them.
He reminds me of the character from As Good As It Gets, played by Jack Nicholson, who has also this one specific table, the one specific waitress.
You don't have that problem, pal.
Which problem?
With your cucumber.
I had only cucumbers. You told me you were 75.
I am, for Christ's sakes.
You told Elaine you were 70.
When I saw her, I felt like I was 70 again.
Just 5 years younger.
She's got a great backyard.
I don't know. I've never been to her house.
Oh man, this guy. Yeah. Like I was expecting, a lot of humor. A lot of the humor comes from the characters and the differences of them. That's great.
The guy Frank, he wanted to know where there was a good place to eat, so I told him the Sweetwater Snack Shop has the best food.
You've only had one thing there, Walter. It's not even on the menu.
And so far, I very like the acting of Robert Duvall. Such a different character than the usual characters he plays.
You're hungry, huh?
Oh man. Oh man. These two have such great chemistry. They drive. Oh yes, driving on that bicycle, of course. And now the film is very lighthearted. It was very sad at the beginning.
But make it easier if you use your pedals.
No, they're moving too fast.
I'm 80 years old.
Now he's 80.
Oh. I was a barber.
I cut my own hair.
Yes, I can tell.
Walter is a guy who loves a structure in his life, from what I've seen so far. He's at this time there in the restaurant, then he eats, and this time, then he goes there, and now he turns that all around. Messes this all up. But in a good way.
What is that stink? Is that you? Surprised they let you on the bus smelling like that.
I'm surprised you fit through the doors.
Maybe it's cannabis for men. Some like it, some don't.
You don't even have one picture. Not one.
Yeah, that's interesting. Not even a picture of his son. Like a little
hard
baby.
to be away from your family?
Yeah, it was hard. Not because I was away, but because sometimes I claim I didn't want to go back. I wanted to be alone. I got my wish.
That's also interesting. Most of his life he wanted to be alone, and now the opposite. And that was a very good example of great filmmaking. That scene where he got shaved, that little piece of dialogues, that music in the background, and so much got said about him, the character. So he regrets a lot. Now his son, he haven't seen his son for a big portion of his life, and now he wants to, but the son seems to doesn't want to. I don't know. Very sad.
You're swimming naked.
Sure. You never went skinny dipping when you were a kid?
Yes, but I wore a bathing suit.
Come on.
He doesn't like that idea. All right. Stop now, please.
Salt shaker's next, right? Here's the knucklehead now. Look at them, heckle and jekyll. I haven't seen those two apart in a whole week. I bet they sleep together.
Well, they swim naked together. That's that.
You should not swear so much when you speak to her. She's a nice girl.
I didn't say a damn thing.
You did. You said one damn and one goddamn.
You're a beautiful, beautiful woman.
That's enough.
Come on, George.
You're acting like a fool, Francis.
Interesting. Seems like that she had bad experiences. Oh yeah. He has no one to dance with, so he's dancing alone. And what this film is also doing very good is the shifting between this sad moments and this feel good moments. Now it's again very sad, and that main theme of this film, I would say, is loneliness.
Remember that woman in the movies yesterday, the feisty one? So I was up most of the night, accepting her apology, so to speak. You just missed her.
Now he's lying?
Don't tell me about women Walker had 4 wives.
Well, I think maybe that does not mean you know women so well. I think maybe that means you don't know women at all. Women that slap you in the face because you only know how to be rude.
That hurts.
I suppose you learned a lot about women, dancing around your apartment by yourself?
I am only practicing.
That ain't practicing, that's fantasizing.
No, you are the one who fantasizes. You pretend to be king with the women wearing that stupid hat like a crown. It is a stupid hat, only a stupid $7 hat.
That's a gift from my son. And it's a damn fine hat.
No, it is not. It's a terrible gift. It is thoughtless, and only a terrible son would buy that gift for his father.
There's some truth in it.
And don't tell me I got a terrible son. Because I do. God damn it. I do. That's what life does to you. But you wouldn't know that. Because you've never lived one.
I had nice things to do. Until you came with your stories, always talking, so I can't even have peace. You never ever listen, only talk. You may have a fancy job in this spiffy jacket, but you still are only a dirty sailor.
Very harsh words. It's so bad for him now. And knowing that he loves this hat so much just because it's from his son. I don't know, that's so sad, man. That's so sad.
Leave me alone! It's not your business! Pushing me now? I'm not pushing you. I can do whatever I want to do. It's a free country. Charge with it.
He hit the ball because his father didn't look at him, so he could concentrate properly. Interesting. And now Walt is not there to see it. This film really plays with your emotions. It goes from one extreme to the next extreme, then goes back to that extreme. But it does it very well, I have to say.
It's late.
Just let me feel your tits press against me. Don't walk away from me, woman. Don't walk away from me.
Every time he drinks, he turns into this, it seems like. But that only shows how troubled he is inside. That every time he drinks, this comes up.
I wanted to say goodbye.
How'd you find my house?
I went to the snack jar, and they told me where you live.
Again, similarities to as good as it gets. You brought a proper gift.
Frank, well, there's after sailing. Frank.
Oh, he's not at home. I wonder where he is.
Frank, open up. Someone's waiting.
Oh no.
Come on, Frank.
Died? Huh.
Frank, up.
Wow. Just like that.
You should not leave here like this. No. You should be dressed.
And he's shaved. Man, so sad. Again. No, that... I don't know what to say. No, it ends on this sad note. I mean, okay, it's a drama foremost, but... I know, finally he has a dancing partner. After all this practice. And the end. Wow. Yeah, very sad ending. And this film was up and down. It was a roller coaster full of emotions from one extreme to the other. But even though it was a very sad ending, I liked the ending, especially the last shot. It was a very long shot with its Spanish music, slowly zooming out. Yeah. Pretty well done. Very well done, this film. Yeah, okay. And I'll talk more about it in the review. Alright, that was it. That was Wrestling Ernest Hemingway. Yeah. I have to say, thank you so much for the recommendation. That was a little gem, I would say. So good in so many aspects, especially the acting from Robert Duvall and Richard Harris. So well played. Yeah, and full of emotions. I mean, the script was so well written. And Frank once said, that's life. And I would say this describes this film perfectly. I mean, it's a drama at core, but it's about life. And loneliness, I would say, also. Yeah, and of course friendship. Yeah, but all around about life. The ups and the downs of life. This film puts you through all the emotions. I mean, like in life, you experience sadness, you experience joy. And that was so well portrayed in this film. And it hit. And also the music did a very great job underlying that, even though it was sometimes a little too loud or more in the foreground. It would be better if it was more in the background. But yeah, it was setting the mood right for every scene. Very interesting to see Steve Conrad's first script portrayed to film. Yeah, it was an experience through and through. And it had similarities to As Good As It Gets, which was released or came out 1997, and this 1993. So this was actually before As Good As It Gets. And I wonder if As Good As It Gets was inspired by this, partly inspired by this. Yeah, I don't know. And also, similarities I've noticed to... I mean, I have to say, these two characters could have been played by Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon, I would say. And I don't know what the writer thought when he wrote the script. if he had actually them in mind, because yeah, these characters were very similar to these characters in The Odd Couple or Grumpy Old Man, where Walter Matthau is would be the Frank, and Jack Lemmon would be Walt. Yeah, I don't know, just a thought, but on the other side, it's a drama, not a comedy, and Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon are known for comedies. So yeah. And I'm also surprised that that this film in general wasn't nominated for any Oscar. I mean, at least the acting had to be nominated, right? That was so great. Especially Richard Harris. I mean, his portrayal of the character, that was just top notch. But 93, that was a very difficult year. That was the year of Schindler's List, right? Yeah, because I've watched The Remains of the Day very recently, which was nominated for 8 Oscars, and haven't won one. And just because of Schindler's List. And yeah, Tom Hanks won Philadelphia. Yeah, okay, maybe that's why, because the competition was very strong. Maybe that's why. Or the marketing, because I don't get why this film is so unknown. But it's Warner Brothers, and they market their films probably. I don't know, but yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know. This was, like I said, a hidden gem. I think this is one of these films that will stick with me for a little while, just because it was so emotional. Especially Frank. That was his name, right? Yeah. Frank, Richard Harris' character. He was so marked by life, right? His job as a captain. I mean, he said he was a captain, but was he really? I don't know. He lied also a lot to make him look better, which was also very sad in itself, that he had to lie, or felt the need to lie. Never saw his son, or very rarely. Yeah, and then his son turned out to be not a good son, like he said. Yeah, and that's life. And Walt seemed to be the opposite character, very different from him, but he also he was not as marked by life as Frank, but he was also very lonely. It seemed like that he wanted to be lonely, but yeah, nobody wants to be lonely. That's I don't know, that's human nature. But he was so affected that Elaine was moving, and if Frank wouldn't have entered his life, then he also would be lonely, because then he would have no one. Elaine was the only person he met regularly, even though it was at a restaurant. But yeah, other than her, he had no one, right? I don't know. I don't remember, but I could be wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So much stuff happened. All right. But yeah, what a great film. And I hope more people would see it, actually. But okay. It is how it is. And with these words, I would say I would see you next time, and bye-bye. Richard Harris, Marcus Aurelius. English Bob. Ja, stimmt. Der war ja English Bob. The Duck of The Duck of Death. The Field. Full